Big Z Reviews. The Adam Project is the newest collaboration between Ryan Reynolds and the director Shawn Levy, and this is actually the second part of like this in the trilogy because previously they did Free Guy and now they announced they're going to do Deadpool. And I mean, they must have a lot of chemistry, but they make fun movies. But again, they don't make anything amazing though.
Laura, this is me.
Hi. Parallel contact, babe.
Well, you've always said that you've wished you'd met me earlier. Here I am.
I mean, if this is happening to me, it already happened to you, right? Unless it works more like a multiverse where each replicates an alternate timeline.
A multiverse. My God, we watch too many movies.
So the Adam Project is a time travel film. And I mean, I have a history with time travel, like stories where I tend to really be annoyed if they try to explain the time travel poorly. Like, I think I probably talked about it in every time travel movie. And like this one, I think it does what I appreciate in the time travel, where they don't really try to explain it. They do a little bit, there's like a wormhole. And there's like, things can get a little weird. When things merge, like they try, there's no multiverse ever. They just, don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And I kind of appreciate that. Like, if you're gonna try to explain it and you do it badly, I'll like really be annoyed. But if you don't really try to explain it, then I'll fine with being along for the ride. And that's kind of what this film felt like for me, I was kind of along for the ride and I had a good time. So the setup for this is that young Adam, played by Walker Scobell, and he's a great, he was a really good kid actor. He's like 12 years old, and his dad, played by Mark Ruffalo, died like a year or two ago, and he's having a tough time at school because people are bullying him and beating the shit out of him. And for some reason, he is being suspended too, even though he got the shit kicked out of him and didn't throw a punch. That's how I'm just like, that's not how that works, I don't think. I think the bullies just beat him up, and you're suspending him? Like, okay. But that his mom is played by Jennifer Gardner, and like he goes home and the mom's out like on a date or wherever, and some weird jet thing crashes outside their house, and inside is Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds once again. Ryan Reynolds only plays Ryan Reynolds, and what you gonna do? It is what it is. And he is Adam, 30 years in the future, and he is trying to come back in time to just save like his girlfriend, or his wife, played by Zoe Saldana, who came back and was apparently killed, and he believes that something else is going on. So he's trying to go back to 2018 to save her, but then he misshot the time jump, and now he's in 2022. And he's injured, he's shot, and his plane has to, his time machine has to recharge. So he also needs the young Adam to help him get into the plane and get to work, because the plane recognizes that he's injured and won't start up. But that then you have an adventure, and that there's like the actual action is really fun and well done. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's a lot of fun sci-fi action with him beating up all these futuristic guys in like metal suits with lightsaber-ish weapons. And then they have like the big bad is Catherine Kinnear as Maya Sororian, and like she was a partner with Mark Ruffalo. Essentially, that they created the time travel. But like she is evil, and she realized that she could use it, so she went back in time to change things, to like but like she's made the future horrible. Apparently, I think that's one thing when you think about it too much is like the future apparently sucks, but like they don't explain that much why. Like I don't know. Like it says like, have you watched the Terminator? and it's was like the Terminator, but these things aren't robots; they're human beings in suits. Like, so it doesn't really make sense if you think about it. Like, this whole film doesn't make sense if you stop to think about it. But for most of it, you're just kind of along for the ride. And the only thing is, Catherine Kinnear, they do some really bad CGI de-aging, and it might be the worst I've ever seen. I think especially because it's so it doesn't, like, for the first thing you see in her, like, they're in an office, and she doesn't even look like they're right there, like the older version or modern day version of her and the 30 years younger version of her are like right next to each other. I think that's the big problem, because like they don't, like, she doesn't even look that much younger. Like, it's so weird, like, why, like, but then other scenes she does look a little younger. It's so inconsistent. And the biggest thing, though, all the time, it looked like a video game character. It didn't look like a person on the screen. It just took me out of it so much. Like, I don't get why spend money and try to do horrible de-aging when you have a woman like the de-aging that they got didn't even look that much younger than the actual actress. I think if you're gonna do that, if you want to have like an older character and younger character, and I think it'd be so much easier to have them, like, the future version of her, to age her up a little bit with makeup. Give her a gray wig and put some makeup on her to make her look older. And then in the past, like, put some makeup on her to look younger. Like, I don't know, why wouldn't you just do it practically? I mean, it doesn't really make a difference if she's not that old in the future, it's just, I don't know, that took me out of it. But everything else, I mean, like, it's a dumb action sci-fi flick that is really enjoyable. I mean, the Ryan Reynolds and Walker Scobell had great chemistry together, and like he got the young Ryan Reynolds pretty well. Like, the whole Ryan Reynolds tone and everything. He kind of did an interesting young version of him. Like, I was impressed by him. And I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff too with like how with the dad, and but they have to go back in time to before the time travel was truly invented and try to stop it, so that she can't screw up the future. But there's like a lot of stuff where the dad doesn't want to be told about how he dies or what happens, because the whole reason they're going back, they want to fix it so that time travel doesn't screw everything up. So he doesn't want to know, so even if it would prevent his death. And there's a lot of like emotional stuff there that's well done, and there's a lot of great stuff here. It's just, if you can't stop to think about it too much, But if you want to read a story that actually goes into the time travel much better and really interestingly, one of the best time travel stories I've read is a One Word Kill by Mark Lawrence. Like, he has a whole trilogy. It's on Amazon. I think it was published by Amazon too. So I think like the ebooks are like really cheap. Like, I definitely recommend it. It's like it's a trilogy where essentially the kid, like, he has cancer, but a future him comes back, and he had a big part of inventing time travel. But the whole thing they get to, like, with the multiverse and causality and that's probably one of the best and most interesting looks at what time travel could actually look like. Like, it's some really interesting stuff. Actually, I think I reviewed the first book. So I'll include a link to that in the description below. But I'll probably give like an 8.5, 8.75 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.